Hey, Hi everybody, and welcome to Hey Vee TV. I am your host, Valencia Joy, and I am here with my good new friend, Bronsen Landrum, 29 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
From Cleveland, Ohio, singer, songwriter, relationship non-expert.
Right, I just share experiences.
He just shares experience. Right. Can you tell me a little bit about this singing business?
Sounds good. Well, once again, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. My family had a quartet group, which I started off playing drums for. And then that love of music transformed into learning how to play keyboard and piano and things of that nature. Learning how to program my own music and then, writing music from there. So it was just this progression, and it turned into something, a lot bigger. So I'm happy to be where I am and looking forward to going forward.
Dope artist. You guys should check him out.
Appreciate that.
So, now, relationships. You're only 29.
Yes.
And you've been
here for a minute.
That's baby-ish.
Okay.
Right. So you have been married and divorced. Yes, so that's a whole lot of relationship living.
A whole lot of living, yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about?
Sure. Let's see. I was a very shy person originally. And then like a year after I decided not to be shy anymore, I just ended up married. It was just like once I actually got, the boldness, I guess, to actually speak to a woman initially, then I was able to start conversations, and the conversations turned into relationships, which turned into, once again, marriage. So I was actually only dating a young lady for a short period of time, but I believed that I had like the best girlfriend I ever had in my life. So it was worth, giving it a try. I actually got the worst part of it really was not actually meeting her, the real her, until after we got married. And so it was just, once I discovered who she was, it wasn't anyone that I would have even dated initially.
So you met her representative?
Yeah.
For how long?
Let's say about 6 months, I guess. Yeah.
You dated for 6 months?
Yeah.
And then you got married?
Yeah.
Did people advise against that?
Well, the people that did advise against it, one was you should save up so you can have a big wedding, and that's not my style. I am just now coming out of being cheap. Like, I'm frugal, you know what I'm saying? But like, it was no way I was actually gonna pay for a wedding because furniture is expensive, down payments on apartments are expensive, so I probably would have gotten money and gifts and things of that nature at the actual ceremony, but I didn't want to make that initial investment. Like, I would prefer to put the money to use right away into building a life instead of, so that was the only advice I got against, making that.
And how old were you?
23.
I'm surprised that nobody would have said that you're a little young and it's a little too soon.
Got you. I mean, well, I wanted to be married since I was 16. And then I got married, then I wanted to marry somebody else. So, I mean, it was just like that. It was fast, But, and I've always been like a responsible person. So, like, my family wouldn't have thought like this is rash for you, because I was holding down a full-time job, my own apartment, not asking anyone for money, never borrowing money from people. So it was just, they saw me as this mature young man that was making a necessary move in his life. So it wasn't about me being too young, it was just the next move.
Okay. So you got married, then you met the real her. Can you explain or give an example?
Right.
Or
I think the example that sticks out the most was like after being married for a week, she said, oh yeah, I've been meaning to tell you, you walk gay. Like, you should walk more like this. And so like, yeah. So, any man hearing that, number one, it would be a blow to your ego.
Right.
And then if for any moment you believe that I was like a part of that lifestyle, you shouldn't have got all the way here with me before you made a comment like that. Right. So yeah, because I mean, at that stage of my life, my relationships were lasting 3 days, 1 month, a week, 2 weeks. Like, I'm literally dating you until you do something crazy, say something stupid, and then like either I'm ending it or we're having like a really serious conversation. And I think that's a very serious conversation we should have had during one of the counseling sessions, either with the pastor or with a friend of ours, you know. So I am a very honest, open person. You can get to know me in 3 days. Like, this is me. You can go down my Facebook page and realize that I love cookies too much, or I love working out too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could really meet me, know me in a very short amount of time. So for you to go through all these lengths to hide who you really are or hide any of your concerns, it just wasn't fair to me. And then, you know, get stuck with the bill. So, yeah.
So did you ever sit down with her and have a real conversation after marriage? Like, you feel like she's changing, or she's...
I had exit counseling, I guess. It was with her.
It's like with student loans.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what it was. It was with her and a trusted couple of ours, and I just kind of like emptied myself, you know, just really let everyone know what was going on. And while we were having issues, she didn't want to have counseling because she felt like whoever was counseling us would have taken my side. And so it's just like, oh, you feel guilty, huh? You know, that doesn't, and it doesn't provide any vindication or validation for me, because once again, I still wasted the best years of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a conversation I never wanted a woman to have with me, and it was just, it got flipped on me. So
right.
It was.
Okay, so how long were you married?
I was married 1 year and 9 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, and you don't feel like it was a death?
No, like, I think I mourned the end once I realized the person that I was dating wasn't coming back. And I think that was over, you know, after the first year. You know, it was just, I had to learn a completely different person. And so, yeah, once...
That's interesting.
I was like, yeah, it was already over. And I think if I would have gotten a divorce in the first year, then I would have been like, this didn't work, I'm so sad, failure type thing, you know. But it was long enough to the point where I actually just wasn't it.
So if you didn't feel like it was a death, then did you need to take a lot of time for yourself, or a lot of time to heal, or...
Honestly, I thought I would have been married again already. But it was just a matter of finding someone that would deal with my antics by that point. Because after I got divorced, I think I got pickier.
So divorce did do something to you. It's just not...
It's just not as bad as, you know, as other things that I've seen, you know. Like, financially, jacked up my money, really. But I was really ready to fall again, like, at any time if I found the right person.
So you don't feel cautious at all? Like, when you're...
I mean, because, like, I meant forever, and I would mean forever with anybody else that I'm with. But it's just a matter of finding the right person. Like, I would drop my guards and everything. Like,
really?
Yeah. If I find the right
find all of this very interesting, and I don't know if this is a male, female,
right,
or maybe a length, because I was married a whole lot longer
Gotcha.
than you. But I feel like it was a death. I feel like I needed time to heal, and I do want to get married again. But I'm cautious. Like, I wouldn't just drop everything.
Right.
Just.
Yeah,
all willy-nilly.
And that's the
Unless
thing.
it was Idris Elba. Hey, boo.
Right, I hear you. Because, like, I'm not a romantic person, but I guess I'm a hopeless romantic, though.
You know what
I'm saying?
Though, and that makes it even more weird to me.
Crazy.
Because I do feel like I am a romantic person and a hopeless romantic. Yeah. And I would still be like, nah, just...
Right.
Slow your roll a little bit. Okay. All right, so you would get married again.
Most definitely.
So... would you take more time to get to know her? Because 6 months...
the crazy part is, it could all happen to me all over again. Like, the way I operate. Like, because, once again...
That doesn't make you cautious?
I'm crazy, I guess. Like, I'm so honest to everything. And so I'm just hoping that whoever I'm with is just as honest as I am.
And I feel all
That's
of that.
That's what I hope.
But you've already been through a situation where you see that. And I'm not trying to
I understand.
you, but you've seen that there are dishonest people.
Because I think it's called learned optimism. Like, I'm always hoping for the best. Even though like I can be a pessimist at some time, in like other times, a lot of other times in my life, I guess like love is the only exemption where I'm just literally hoping for the best all the time.
What is the dating scene like for you? Divorced, under 30, no kids.
Right. I mean, the world is pretty open.
It's
to
your
me,
oyster.
I guess. But the thing is, like I said, I'm very picky. Like ideally, like my perfect woman, with attractive, supportive, affectionate, and takes a relationship with God seriously. So I just have a very specific view of what attractive is.
Bronsen is very picky. Very, very picky. She can't have weave.
I have exceptions though.
Locks and box braids and
like micros, singles, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, we can work with that.
She has to be in shape.
That's helpful.
What else? He
like for health reasons though, really.
No,
you know
it wasn't for health reasons. It was not. It was not for health reasons.
I learned that if your waist size, you know, is more than half your height in inches, you increase chances of getting arthritis and diabetes and, you know, high blood pressure, things of that nature.
Made that
so for health, no, for real, I just watched it. Yes, for real. Man, too much weight is bad on your knees. Fat doesn't do anything for you. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't help you. It doesn't make you stronger. It makes you tired. It makes you hot all the time. So, I mean, it's in your best interest.
Shade at me right now.
No, I'm not. I'm not. It's in your best interest,
I had already said I was hot. Sitting here under these lights,
but
and now
that's the thing. You're under lights. You've been running around and stuff like that. You were trying to prepare a place for us. That's you were very active. Like it was shade. Well, what I'm saying is, it doesn't do anything for you. So you should get rid of it if you can. That's all. That's it. That's my appeal.
She has to be older.
Not necessarily, but just these millennials don't like me. And that's fine. Because I seem like an old man to them, I guess. I'm too responsible, too stable, too dependable. I'm not, what is the word? What's the word? Where you just like, hey, babe, come on, let's get up and go. What's that word?
Spontaneous?
Yes, I'm not that. None of that stuff.
You have to plan it out?
I have, like, old man tendencies. And I think I'm pretty sure they don't find that attractive. So, yeah.
So, give me, what's too old?
Too old? I mean, like, I want to have kids, kinda. Like, I don't know. But it's like, I'm 29, and so, like, I would have to date younger if I expect, you know, to have children's, oh, Lord have mercy. I would have to date younger. From the record. Right. I'd have to date younger if I'd expect them to be the mother of my children. Because most women that are older than me already have children and don't want any more.
So you mean, so not for health reasons, you're just saying women...
I mean, like, I was dating a woman that was older than me, and she said she wanted to have another child. But, I mean, her youngest was probably, like, you know, 15 or something like that, you know? I mean, like, or let's say they're 8. Doesn't really matter. Like, you're 30-something, and you already have children, you want to have another. And I was just like, I didn't really feel like that would have been a good fit for me to join that family. Especially because... the mom was like went crazy. So whatever. Long story. I can't really go into detail. It just wasn't a good fit. I don't think God was calling me into that situation.
That when men say that she's crazy,
right?
The follow-up question should be,
what'd you do to them? You know, how did you make them crazy? Right. And I should not have used that word.
Okay.
She was a completely rational, insane individual.
Okay. If a millennial that fit your criteria, you liked her, you would date her. So you're not turned off by young girls. They're more so.
Not at all. It's just like...
not young girls.
Right, I understand. Yeah, thank you. You have to clarify these days. It's 2017. Right. And I don't want to end up on anybody's young billboard women. On 480. Because when I see that...
You're right.
Man.
You're right.
Goals? No. All right, so... so, I mean, I'd be open to it. It's just... in the past... that just hasn't been what's been attracted to me. Because even, you know, one of my previous relationships, the girl said she liked me because I reminded her so much of her dad. She always looked up to her dad. And then we actually started the relationship, and then it was kind of like, I want to put some rougher edges on you. Because I guess I'm too churchy or something.
Okay.
I think that might be it. Yeah. And so, yeah, I just don't have a hold on the petty ratchet trap music listening to like generation.
So I think what I can appreciate about you, having been on the dating scene for a couple years now, is your honesty. Because I think a lot of people are like your ex-wife in a way where they kind of try to hide certain facts or change certain things, like maybe the church thing, or we mentioned earlier, like you don't drink or anything, like kind of hide that kind of stuff until you get good into the relationship. And then,
that's real.
Yeah.
And I think self-awareness is very important, because I'm brutally honest with myself. Like, this may sound crazy, but like sometimes in my thoughts, I'm so honest with myself. Like, man, like either I hurt my feelings, or come to some or come to some realization about myself that's like, wow, I probably shouldn't tell anybody that, you know. But like, I'm honest, you know, and that's really all I can do. And once again, that's why most of my relationships are very short, because like it was a girl that I liked, and she said she saw my preferences / deal breakers video, and after she saw it, she said, you know what, I think you're a really nice guy, but I don't think we should hang out because you'll probably try to make me fit into this mold that you already have of like the perfect woman. And she was right. I did. Wow. I was going to. Like, she was dead on, because we went on our date and mentally I had my pencil out. I was like, yeah, we need to fix that. And so like part of me was hurt because I wasn't good enough to deserve a second date. But the other part was like, it's good that we didn't waste each other's time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, she told me she was, like, possibly called to ministry and all this other stuff, but she wasn't ready to make them steps right away. Yeah. And me trying to force her to do that, she said it would probably be best that we just... Yeah.
So, off topic a little bit, are you called to ministry?
Yes, I am. And so, it's just now I'm taking notes. You know, I'm learning what not to do. Like, because ideally, I think part of my reason for getting married so young was that I feel like being married was like the covering that I needed, so that I could like literally minister to a woman and not need anything from her. Because there were situations where I've liked women that weren't saved, and then I try to evangelize to them. Yeah, let me, you know what I'm saying, let me get you together, you know. And so it was just, I was trying to protect myself, trying to cover myself from that situation. And, you know, initially it looked good, but it wasn't, you know, permanent.
So something that I always try to remind myself is that even if you see the potential in somebody, you have to realize that you are dating or marrying their reality.
Right.
Because they may never, ever change.
Right.
So who they are today is who, you know, you may potentially be dealing with for the next however long.
Right. And this is going to sound like really, what's the word? I guess straightforward. Let's put it that way. When I date up, I'm willing to make changes, like, if it will make me better.
So you don't mind changing?
No, not at all. Like, if I'm dating a girl, like, you know, what would you suggest? Should I grow it out? Should I, you know what I'm saying, get the goatee or whatever? It's just like all of that stuff. Those are all variables, because it's not changing who I am at all. So, I mean, I'm willing to make it happen if it'll make me more attractive to her or whatever.
So you mentioned deal breakers. What are some of yours?
Smoking. Does anybody still smoke cigarettes?
I don't know.
All right. Well, smoking is bad. So don't
Thank
smoke.
you.
I don't know how much of a jerk I want to be right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, height isn't a deal breaker for me. I dated women that were taller than me. Just not too short, I guess, because I want to do some like social engineering, making sure my kids are at least my height or taller.
Social
that would be nice.
engineering?
Not social. What is it? Genetic engineering. Thank you so much. Yes. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot.
What if the right woman comes in a package that looks a little different? What if she's a little more round?
The problem is we misuse food. We eat it because we're sad. We eat it because it's good. Like, food is actually made to give us energy to do something. And when we misuse it, things spread and stuff happens, you know?
They make Spanx for that. Go ahead.
No, see, because I'm more along the lines of don't hide it, fix it. I have mirrors, like, all in my house, in my apartment. And so, like, when I'm comfortable, I like to walk past mirrors and like what I see. And that was, like, one of the major motivations for me to get in shape. And then, like, I'm not...
So was there a point where you were out of shape?
I mean, people say I wasn't. They say, oh, you weren't that bad. But then when they compare it to what they're seeing now, they give me compliments. So, I mean, apparently I was doing something right by, you know, toning up and increasing muscle mass and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't just want to look healthy. It's helpful when you already like your body and then you put on clothes that accentuate your body. It just, you know, takes everything to the next level. And so that's really all that I would want from a mate. Like, if they were out of shape and I could help them get into shape, but I really don't find excess in that regard as attractive.
But you're not answering my question. You're just telling me how you can help her be better.
Once again, I would help her be better.
Your
right.
eyes.
Right.
But my question is, what if she is all that you desire, all that you didn't even know that you wanted or needed? She is the yin to your yang. She is the French vanilla cream in your coffee. She is the stuff.
Right.
But she's just not.
This
Some
is like,
might say
okay,
that you may be blocking your blessing.
Okay.
If you overlook her simply because she's not in the right package. Right. You keep saying, like, you know, you may want somebody of a certain height. What if a girl is overlooking you because of your height?
Yeah, it's happened a lot in my life. Because I actually had a girl tell me, you know, if I was 2 inches taller, she would date me. Like, it hurt my feelings. Because there's literally nothing I can do about my height. But, like, when we're talking about variables, which I would be willing to change in a relationship, then I think that I would hope it would be reciprocated.
But what if
because I'm willing to change variables.
But what if she can't change her weight? Some people are just...
All right, this is going to sound, once again, too direct, I guess. Men are visual first.
Absolutely.
So, like, I probably wouldn't even know her on a level to know she's my yang or yin or, yin if certain things were, like, out of place visually. So,
the bottom line is you probably overlook a lot of good women. Because she's not, what'd you say, the waist to hip ratio is not.
Oh my gosh, that waist to hip ratio is amazing.
But you do have to understand that as we age, things spread. Menopause happens.
But I just saw a picture of Tammy Roman. She is 47 years old.
She's had work done. See, let's not
Real
talk about.
Fake. It's all, no, I'm just playing.
But I think celebrities are different because they can talk about losing weight all day. They have access to trainers and chefs and surgeons that will sign, documents that say.
Okay, well, I know some personal trainers and people that go to personal trainers that are over a certain age that still look amazing.
I'm not knocking losing weight. I'm not knocking getting in shape. I'm just saying.
You're just asking how superficial am I?
Very.
Right. Ideally, my goal was to become the type of man that the woman of my dreams would fall for. So, I am putting in a lot of work, not just physically, but in other areas, so that I could get exactly what I want. I can attract what I want. I want to attract amazing, so I want to become amazing. So, if anything is missing, and then they choose not to take advice or anything like that, it would just mean they weren't the one.
He does smell good, ladies. But if you're not in shape, don't bother emailing them. Can men and women be friends? Platonic?
No. It hasn't worked for me, ever. Ever.
It sounds like you crush a lot, though.
I do. So, like, if you are my friend and I find you remotely attractive, I will try to make you my girlfriend. And if that doesn't work, then we will probably won't see each other again.
Wow.
Yeah.
So have you ever thought about changing your approach to women and friendship? And no. Okay.
Because when I was married, she was my only female friend. Like,
okay.
But even the ones I was texting, she made me stop texting them, which was cool. I wasn't opposed to that. She was my everything. No, I'm just playing.
You grieving a little bit?
No, not for real.
Maybe you should have healed a little bit more.
Right. I got back out here in these streets. No, I'm just playing. I'm not out here in these streets.
Okay, so tell us about Tinder.
All right, so
were you scared to get on Tinder?
Not at all. I'm fearless, hopeless romantic. Remember, learned optimism. All right, so when I was on Tinder, we matched. You know, nice looking young lady. And while we were chatting, she told me she was busy, you know, studying. And I said, oh man, you know, today would have been a nice day for us to grab some lunch or something. She said, well, you know, I can make some time for some food. I said, oh, well, cool. Whatever you want. I have $10 on it. And she was like, $10 on it? What does that mean? I said, when we get to the restaurant, I'm going to give you $10 towards your food. And she said, oh my gosh, this must be a Cleveland thing. Usually I'm from down south. They take care of the bill, blah, blah. I said, no, it's not a Cleveland thing. I don't want this to, you know, oh man, what's the word? Oh, I don't want this to reflect badly on my city. You know what I'm saying? It's a me thing. Like, I'm doing other stuff with my money. So if you actually want to meet up, you know, get a chance to talk, get lunch because you're oh so busy, then we could do that quickly. Because Chipotle, that's less than $10. You know what I'm saying? Like Starbucks, you get some snacks and stuff. Man, shoot. Wait, your burrito or bowl costs more than $10?
If you get the guac,
that's like $2.
So that puts you over the 10, and then you gotta get something to drink.
Okay, all right. I would have gave her more than $10. Apparently, I didn't realize that was.
I feel offended for her.
That's fine, cause she unmatched me, and I think the wording, because I'm such a rational, logical person, was the issue. Because if I would have just said, let's get some appetizers, let's get some coffee, blah, 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 it still would have meant the same thing. But it would have just came out differently. So, whatever.
Are you on any dating websites now?
No. Okay, like, I haven't deactivated my profiles. I probably should, though. Because I could get in trouble, hypothetically. I don't know. Like, I should, though.
Are you single now?
I am in negotiations with a very beautiful young lady at the moment. We're negotiating terms. So we aren't official. Yes, we aren't official. But I like her a whole lot. She's a wonderful person. And not only would I give her guac, but I would pay for her whole meal anyway, no matter where we went.
Maybe bae gets over $10.
Over $10
worth of food. We're gonna work on Bronsen a little bit. He's not gonna be, not gonna be as superficial, because the woman of your dreams might be a little bit more rounded, but she may want more kids and ready for ministry and what else? She eat under $10 at Chipotle. Like she may do all of that good stuff. I'm just messing. You know, I'm just messing with you. But I love exploring relationship stuff. I love digging deeper and trying to figure out, why do you think like that? Because I think men really are from Mars, and women really are from Venus or wherever they said.
Right. That's real. Yeah, we just take in information, and we have different perspectives and views. It's just all part of what the fabric that makes us who we are.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming and sharing and being honest and transparent. I hope to have you back.
Yeah, I hope to be back.
I definitely want to talk to Bronsen in 20 years. I would love to see who he ends up with and how she gets him in shape.
Right. Get me together, girl.
Give us your links, social media, and websites.
Sounds good. Once again, I'm Bronsen Landrum, Bronsen. Last name Landrum, Landrum. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and then also have my music available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, all that good stuff. Just look up my name and good gospel music that's, you know, based on the Word of God. I'm crazy. But God is forever good, forever great, forever loving, forever kind, and He's trying to get me together. So I'll take the work.
You know, I'm going to ask you to sing us out of here a little Hey VTV ditty off the top of your head.
All right, let me give it a try. Hey VTV. God bless y'all.
Bye, guys. That sounds good.
I tried my best.